2024 began with our area's biggest New Year's Eve party. Cheryl Scott and Terrell Brown teaming up for another spectacular dance performance for Countdown Chicago. They played secret agents on a mission to stop an AI robot takeover of the city. The new year also leading to new action in multiple suburbs to address the growing migrant crisis. Several communities adopting rules to regulate buses dropping off migrants. Later in January, Joliet was rocked by a horrific murder spree. 8 people were killed at 3 separate homes, the suspect taking his own life after a manhunt that led police to Texas. It was another record-breaking year for the Great Chicago Blood Drive. ABC7 proudly partnered with the American Red Cross for the 10th annual event. And thanks to you, our generous donors, we collected more than 2,800 units of blood. In February, a tornado outbreak swept through the Chicago area, damaging buildings and bringing down power lines and trees. February also marked the start of a major story that's still unfolding now in the south suburbs. Village trustees in Dolton formally asking for a federal investigation into embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Also happening in February, the trial began for the man charged with killing Chicago police officer Ella French. A jury would later find Monty Morgan guilty of her murder. The primary election was held in March, and the most-watched race was for the Democratic nomination for Cook County State's Attorney, Eileen O'Neill Burke winning over Clayton Harris III. Chicago also experienced its first measles case in 5 years. The number of cases continued to rise and led to a weeks-long outbreak that prompted a state response. At the end of March, there was a stabbing rampage in Rockford. 4 people killed, including a postal worker and a teenage girl. 7 others were hurt.
It is getting really dark.
In April, millions looked to the sky to witness the solar eclipse. We had live reports from across our region as huge crowds gathered to experience the rare phenomena from the path of totality or close to it. There was an arrest in the death of CPD officer Luis Huesca, who was shot and killed on his way home from a shift. This month also saw a big announcement from the Chicago Bears, the team unveiling its proposal for a new lakefront stadium. Then in May, cicadas were all the buzz. The bugs invaded Illinois during an incredibly rare double emergence.
Shame on you!
Protest against the Israel-Hamas war continued on college campuses here and around the country. Students camped out for days, demanding a ceasefire in Gaza. In June, former longtime Chicago Alderman Ed Burke was sentenced to 2 years in prison in his federal corruption case. And later that month, Chicago's Pride Parade drew huge crowds, with thousands of people lining the streets on the city's north side.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.